Okay, let's try to plot the following points given the x coordinate and the y coordinate. Okay, for number one, let's say this is point A. Okay, let's locate point A wherein the x coordinate is negative 6. So this is x. The first number is always the x, and the second number would be the y coordinate. Okay, since the x coordinate is negative 6, that means in the x-axis going to the left from the origin, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. Once again, from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then since the y coordinate is positive, so that means it is above the x-axis. So let's count 4 units from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is point A. Okay, wherein the x coordinate is negative 6 and the y coordinate is positive 4. Okay, about this one, the x coordinate is 4.5. It's positive, so it's going to the right. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Since it is 1/2, it is in between the points 5 and 4, so it is here, along here. And then the y coordinate is negative 5, so that means the y coordinate must be below the x-axis. So negative 5 is here. Okay, so from here, let's count 1, negative, this is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5. Okay, so therefore, this is, okay, let's name this as point B. Okay, point B, wherein the x coordinate is positive, which is 4.1/2 or 4.5, and the y coordinate is negative 5. As you can see, it is in the fourth quadrant, and point A is in the second quadrant. This is in the fourth quadrant, and for point C, okay, this is point C. As you can see, they're both positive, therefore it is in the first quadrant along here. So let's see. We have the x coordinate, which is positive 1, so positive 1 is over here, and then the y coordinate is 8. So let's count from here 8 units going up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here is point C. Okay, wherein the x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is 8. Okay, it is in the first quadrant. And then here in number 4, let's say this is point D. Since they are both negative, that means your x is on the left and your y is below the x-axis. So we have here negative 4. So where is negative 4 in the x-axis? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, negative 4 is here. And how about negative 5? So we have here negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So negative 5 is here. Okay. So therefore, this is point D, wherein the x coordinate is negative 4 and the y coordinate is negative 5. And then lastly, once again, they are both positive, therefore it is in the first quadrant. Oh, by the way, point D is in the third quadrant because both the coordinates are negative. And here, obviously, it is the first quadrant because they are both positive. Let's say this is point E. 7 is the x-axis. In the x-axis, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 for the y-axis. For the y coordinate. So we have 1, 2. So point E is over here. Wherein the x coordinate is 7 and the y coordinate is 2. Okay, so how about if you were given the point and then you have to identify the location of this point. Like for example, so we have point M, point A, point T, and point H. So let's start with point M first. So it is in the second quadrant. So that means the x coordinate is on the, since the x coordinate is in the left, so it is negative, and then the y coordinate is positive, so it is above the x axis, so it is in the second quadrant. Okay, so here is the x coordinate, which is negative 2, and the y coordinate is positive, which is 3. Okay, positive 3. And for point A, it is on the third quadrant, so therefore the x coordinate and the y coordinate are both negative. So we have here the x is negative 1 and the y is negative 2. Okay, here. This is the x and this the y. Okay, so for point T, it is in the fourth quadrant, so therefore you can see that it is on the right side of the x-axis. So and then it is below here for the y-axis, for the y coordinate. So we have here a positive x coordinate and a negative y coordinate. Okay, so the x, we always start with x, so it is positive 2. Let's put 2 here. And the y coordinate is this one. So we have negative 4. And then lastly, for point H, it is in the first quadrant. That means both the x coordinate and the y coordinate are positive. Okay, let's see. This is the x coordinate, which is 3, and the y coordinate is positive 2. Okay, so let's see. Let's apply this in the problem solving. Okay, here it says here, plot the points on a Cartesian plane and determine the quadrant. Okay, and then you have to connect each pair of consecutive points and find the perimeter of the resulting quadrilateral. It has 4 points here, point L, point O, point V, and point E. So there are 4 vertices. That means we're going to form a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral has 4 vertices. Okay, so let's try to locate L, which has a coordinate of 3 and 4. That means it is in the first quadrant. So this is L. Okay, wherein the x coordinate is 3 here, and the y coordinate is positive 4. Okay, and for point O, we have a negative x coordinate. This is negative 3. Now get negative 3 is here for the x coordinate, and positive y coordinate. And then in point V, it is here. They are both negative. The x coordinate is negative 3, so it's on the left side. And then for the y coordinate, it is in negative 4 here. And then lastly, point E, we have a positive x coordinate, so it is on the right. This is positive 3 for the x, and for the y coordinate, it is negative 4. Okay, as you can see, it says here you have to find for the perimeter of the quadrilateral. If we're going to connect them, we're going to have a quadrilateral LOV or quadrilateral love. Okay, so what is the formula for perimeter? We have this is a rectangle, obviously. Uh, in getting the perimeter of a rectangle, the formula is twice the length plus twice the width. Okay, recalling the definition of perimeter, that means it is the surround measurement. Okay, as you can see, uh, this one is congruent to this one. That's why twice of this plus twice of the other two sides, the opposite sides. So let's try to get the measurement of the length. Okay, so we have from here, you can count how many units. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, your L here is 8 units. Okay, so um, for the W, we have this one. How many units here from point to point? Just have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the distance from point O to point L, which represents the width, is 6 units. Okay, so just substitute it here on the formula. Okay, the perimeter therefore is equal to twice the length, which is 8, plus twice the width, which is 6. So this is equal to 16 plus 12. The perimeter therefore is equal to 28 units. Okay, so that is how you're gonna apply uh, the Cartesian plane in solving for uh, the perimeter of a quadrilateral that is formed. Okay, so that's it.